All right, and we're live. Welcome back to the Hot Dogs Radio, the doggiest radio of the hot. We did a few tests, so I wanted to change the intro every single time. I think the first intros were a little bit better, but I think that one still has some panache to it. You know, a little
Yeah,
spice.
I mean, I heard that George Bush cared about black people, so I don't know what you think about that intro.
He's
But
actually a white racist.
yeah, kind of a white racist. And he's also kind of like a vampire in a way, um, which should be obvious, so I won't explain it. But that reminds me, like, if I like summon the spirit of George Bush, this is what it makes me think of.
Oh damn, Vampire Bush. You know,
Sorry about that.
do you think he got a hold of like the bodies?
Bull
Started
body.
slurping?
Oh, of course, yeah, the ones that were still intact.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking
Yeah,
there's a lot of destruction he caused just because his addiction to blood just can't be quenched.
yeah. But anyway, this is the side view of George Bush as a vampire.
Damn, he's coming for you.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your husband. He's slurping everybody out there.
That's slurpy nerpy.
You know, I would think that there'd be just more effective ways to extract blood than taking down, a whole two buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, hey man, that's what they say. They say George Bush is a vampire, but he doesn't have very much ingenuity.
You know, I've heard like his teeth are dull, and that's part of like he just has dull teeth, so he never was able to like function like a normal vampire. So he's had to basically have others, kill people on his behalf. Like the war in the Middle East. I mean, why do you think he visited, so few times? He's embarrassed.
Yeah, I heard that dull teeth melt steel beams, but I could be wrong about that.
He's got it's like those TikTok videos. You know where they take a knife and they put a flame to it. This is an old trend too. This isn't a new one, but and then it gets a inferno knife.
A flaming knife.
Flaming knife.
Nah,
Flaming teeth.
How does that have to relate to what I said?
He's doing the like dull teeth. They melt things if you do a little
Oh,
inferno
right,
teeth. Yeah,
right. The melting, the heat.
exactly.
I understand. Associations.
It's a weak association, but don't like put a fire up to your teeth. I'm not like we don't advocate for anyone to try that at home. Don't try it.
I heard that I forget. And how come nowadays people won't just like start a sentence and then say, I don't know what I was thinking. They always come up with a second half even if they didn't start with one.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering cuz I did that, but the second half of mine was a deconstruction of how I didn't know, but I could have just said I don't know and then waited for you to say something.
I mean, I think sometimes people feel like they have to like finish off their sentence, so they'll say anything. just so that they, you know, they feel like it's a bad perception. But in reality, it's like, I don't think anyone really cares.
Yeah, it might have something to do with the fact that like you're kind of like living in the story you're telling in a certain sense, and you might lack perspective on how the overall story is going because it's kind of hard to track, you know. So for somebody who's tracking, they can realize like that was a partial thought. If it doesn't continue, like I can disregard most of it, or like we get the gist most of the time. You know, once half someone's half done telling their story. So yeah, I think it just has to do with the point of view of the storyteller and losing track of time sometimes.
I think the only bad thing that you could do in a conversation is like stopping yourself and being like, oh, I don't know what I was talking about. That's fine. But if somebody was like in the middle, was just like, I've heard everything. I know the whole story now. Like it's like don't no more details. Stop. I know. Just walked away.
It must have been a penguin conversation.
There are some walrus conversations.
Oh, I thought you were saying Walrus Carlton. It's the hotel for walruses.
And Ritz crackers. They feed him Ritz crackers there.
Not again.
You know the song. I think it's "Put 'Em on the Ritz." That's they're killing the walruses and they're putting them on Ritz crackers.
Oh damn, that's
Nightmare Hotel.
Well, hold on. So like, I like walrus. They chubby and make funny arp arp. Is that a walrus sound or was that a seal?
That's a good question.
Anyway,
I think
it's basically like an obese seal with like a dental problem. That's pretty much all a walrus is.
It's very true. This
Yeah, don't. It's
art.
disagreeing with me all at once. Kind of a crude summarization of a walrus, but hey, I guess you don't have any teeth to grind on it.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that, disrespectful. It's true. They let himself go, They didn't go to the gym. They stopped brushing their teeth.
Well, they're kind of the vampires of the sea in a way.
Because they're not very, subtle vampires of the sea, though. Those big teeth, they're not doing them any favors.
No, but they don't suck blood, but they just have big teeth, I guess, is all I was saying.
If they were vampires, though, I feel like that would be a big disadvantage. Imagine if vampires had teeth that just in movies, they just had teeth that came out like this. Everyone would know that oh, that's a vampire. You wouldn't even get a chance. Yeah. You'd be walking down the street at someone and they'd be like, "Nah, get away from me."
People are still like that sometimes on the street, but they're bigots.
Imagine if you could. I was trying to think of some big. It just says bigot on their forehead, so everyone knows. Yeah.
That's actually funny because there was this one walrus he grew up with seals, but he thought he was one of the seals for the longest time. He grew up in a seal family, and then he found out once he hit puberty and his teeth started growing, and then he actually gained 14 pant sizes, and then that's what all the seals called him. They called him a big it. He's a lot bigger than the seals, heavier.
Damn. Did he ever get sick of listening to Seal's music?
Yes, Yes.
There once was
He was
a tower
racist.
on the sea. Uh.
That's when David Goggins showed up to his wedding. And he said, I carried this boat for 40 miles, and then I drank salt water and shoved it up my ass.
Damn.
Do it.
That sounds like an amazing wedding.
Yeah. Yeah. He got poisoning, of course, because you're not supposed to drink water from the ocean, but it was fun while it lasted.
Dehydration. It's just frightening. That's why I drink tea. I've realized I need to look for more tea flavors.
Dude, every Tuesday I get exposed to new tea materials.
At the office?
Yeah, Angela shows me.
I like team materials. Team project.
Yeah, usually you need a table and some chairs and a whiteboard and maybe an internet connection. You can have there's a lot of good materials to build a team with. What do you usually do on this team?
What do I do on the team?
Yeah.
Play soccer.
Oh, so what do you do with the tables and chairs?
Just like a goalie, a goal post, you know. Set it up in the office.
So the chairs are goalposts? Oh. Okay. And what are the rules of the soccer?
The rule is, well, whoever breaks the window first, they're fired.
Oh, shit. High stakes.
It is. It is.
They're high. There's this one Eminem lyric where he talks about he had some what is that, brisket? He had brisket and it fell onto the floor, and then he was like, my brisket fell off the meat rack because the brisket was on the floor. And then he said something about that the brisket's cousin, the steak, started smoking weed. And then it was that the stakes were high because he was smoking weed. So.
You know what he also said?
What is that?
You make my pee-pee go boing, boing, boing.
Doing, doing, doing.
Doing,
Yeah.
doing, doing. Yeah. He said that too.
Yeah. He also said, Dr. Dre, I have a question, if I may. Is it gay to watch another grown man? Is it gay to play putt-putt golf with a man? So that was the first part. And then it was like, is it gay if you playing football and you reach into another grown man's ass and you say, hut, hut, and then you slip and fall and your penis goes in their butt? But just for a second, you imagine that it was a female's butt, and then your penis flinches just for a second. Is that gay? So that's a real question.
That is a real question.
Yeah, that's it from the song Rain Man, which is pretty wild.
It's a question that only Dr. Dre could answer, and I don't think he has till this day.
No, they should call him Doctor Not to this Dre. Okay.
Because he's not.
You see my camera angle this time?
I do. It's a little bit different. Showing up in OBS, it's because we're cropped. It looks I like the lighting behind it, the red lighting.
Is it too close?
You're closer than me, but I think it's good. It's good.
Whoa. That's so interesting. This time I have the light attached to the camera, and I like this better. Perhaps if you were to get one of these, if you were to put yours on top of your camera, maybe we could have some sort of synergy.
True. I should. Then I could actually I could turn off some of these overhead lights and just isolate it a little bit better. Because right now, I'm looking average.
Yeah. Can you see my teeth?
I can, yeah.
Because I used to not have all these teeth. It's
No?
so crazy, dude.
See, I wanted to ask, what's going on there? You used to not have all those teeth. Like, I don't remember you losing any teeth.
You mean this tooth right here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened to that tooth? Yeah. I didn't even. I
so
see.
this-
I didn't want
I
to
never
say
even looked at it
anything.
from this angle.
Because, like, if I was
didn't even
wrong,
look-
can you imagine if I was wrong and I was like, what happened to your tooth? And you're like, no, dude, nothing happened. Okay.
Well, actually, my older brother, he was born without this tooth right here. So it looks like this, but I was born with all my teeth. But what happened was this tooth and this tooth used to be touching each other. Okay?
Yeah.
But they pushed all of these teeth forward. So then that created a gap right here.
Oh.
Yeah. So before my jaw was like this. Okay? And then after all the movement, it's like this.
Damn.
So far that like look at this part move. You see that?
Yeah, I do see that.
Look at how much movement. And even inside my ear.
That's crazy.
So there's this thing called the cranial nerves, and they kind of like there's these nerve circuits that like fill up the entire face and neck, and a lot of these circuits come right around this ear right here. And what a nerve pathway is just a collection of nerve cells that like travels to a certain location, and it has specialized signals that it sends. And so like all of my nerve pathways like have a lot of them have been given a lot of extra space now that they're not like crumpled in there, like they have more space, but they're also like figuring out this new orientation. So it's quite an operation.
Damn, yeah. That's crazy. That the amount of movement to where it left like a full gap.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes they go further on people. Yeah, so they're gonna put a bridge in there. Like you heard of the bridge to Barabithia, right?
Barabethia, yeah. Where they brew all the beer. The bears. No, it's where the bears live, not where the beer's brewed.
Sorry, I was just thinking of something funny I said earlier. Anyway, the bridge to Barabithia is a lot like what they're gonna do here. So in that film, the spoiler alert, the girl dies at the end. But
Oh,
before that happens, there's this tree that falls across this river, and that's how they're able to cross the river into Never Never Land, and they meet Captain Hook. So, but what they're gonna do here is a bridge is usually like a tooth they put in between other teeth. But what's special about this bridge is they don't have to damage the other teeth to put the bridge on there. So, but usually they have to like shave down a bunch of one tooth and then shave down a bunch of the other tooth, and then they kind of like they they put the bridge on, and then they like fill in the gaps of where they shaved off. Um, but this is minimally invasive, and it is called a Maryland bridge, like Maryland to the state,
Hmm.
and it is it's a new technology.
why Maryland Bridge?
Because I think George Bush Bridge was taken and trademarked.
Mm,
Yeah,
sad. Had to
he
go with
wanted
Maryland.
trade. He wanted free trade.
It's not very
Wanted-
free trade, you know.
Yeah, it's a paradox.
Still though, damn. That's insane to me because it makes me think like it's making me start wondering about my own jaw. Like you said you knew because you were feeling like pain, like tension there, right? I don't feel that, so maybe I'm okay. I don't know.
I mean, did you have braces?
I did have braces.
Yeah. Well, just because it can. So this is I'm a class C um, jaw, which is less common, and so I'm what is called hypermobile, my jaw, which means I have like some looser ligaments in here and stuff. And ligaments are just what connects bones to bones, but it's kind of like this connective tissue that like holds things together. Mine was like, you see how movable my jaw is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so most people aren't even like that to begin with.
Uh,
And I think just the way my orthodontics started out, like when I was a kid, my teeth were so like crooked and stuff. And they had to do a lot of work just to straighten out the teeth. They couldn't really think about where in my mouth they wanted my teeth to go. So they kind of just like sucked them all back. Um, so that was kind of the problem. But yeah, it I was just having some like mental kind of fog kind of situations going on. Um, and then I went to a few specialists, and they were basically like, "I'm surprised this doesn't hurt you." And I was like, "Okay, I might as well take it out now," because it was like, there's this test you can do where you stick your fingers in your ears, and then you just open and close your mouth, and like a little
uh,
bit of little bit of like a rubbing sound, that's normal. But if it's like really big crunches, then you might that might be some like could lead to some deterioration, but it's not guaranteed.
damn. 1 second.
So yeah, put your fingers in your ears.
I think that's okay.
What's the prognosis there?
That sounds good. No crunching. No crunching. I can barely even
cool.
hear a rubbing. It sounds smooth, so I think it's okay. I think it's good.
Yeah, because there. So I've gone to, I've gone to three. No, I've gone to four dental experts on this. All of them did this test. Okay, this is a reliable test for TMJ disorder, TMJD.
Team JD.
So yeah, yeah, and I don't want
TMG.
this.
These nuts.
Yeah, I'll take that.
They shouldn't have added the D on the end. It just creates too much opportunity.
Too easy.
Yeah.
I guess they named it Pre-D's Nuts.
They probably did.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
D's nuts.
Damn it.
I mean, it's too obvious.
Believe that. It is. It is too obvious. It got me. I mean, if I was one of the people who named that, I probably wouldn't have seen it either then. Probably would have been like, yeah, throw a D at the end of that.
That's kind of like Slugma.
Slugma or Ligma.
So are you supposed to ask what that is?
Yeah, yeah. I guess how it goes is it's like, oh, bro, you looking like you got some Ligma, bro. And then someone's like, oh, what is that? What's Ligma? Ligma balls.
Yeah.
It was going around for a while.
You only got them if they say, what's that?
Yeah, yeah. If they don't, then yeah, then you're
Then
good.
you're a redneck. Oh.
That too. Yeah.
And a lot of rednecks in Florida. I mean, man, they should
Sunburn.
I know.
It's real bad.
I know. It gets pretty hot down there. Oh, in Texas? Damn, dude.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see a lot of rednecks walking around there. They really need to get some sunscreen, but never
I know,
do.
It's like it doesn't exist there.
You know, I'm starting to think you might be onto something there.
Yeah, perhaps I am.
Either that or they don't have high enough FPS, you know? Give them the low stuff, the low quality, and so putting the stuff on their necks, just going red. It's burning.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, I know the particle accelerator shoots things, like, near the speed of light, and they collide with one another. And people are starting to say that, it might, when they collide, it might be sending ripples through space and time beyond any of our comprehension. And just makes me think, dude. It just makes me think, like, because FPS, where I grew up, it stood for it's not appropriate to say right now, but another way that we used to say it was feet per second, because when you shoot a airsoft gun, it tells you how many feet per second the BB goes. But I'm pretty sure, like, hiding from the sun is like DTF. I think that's the acronym for the number of protection. So,
another way to calculate feet per second in comparison to, like, sunscreens, it's like how many feet per second is sunlight hitting you?
oh, I actually know the answer to this.
How much?
I forgot.
No.
I really think. Wait, hold on.
What about if you're in Antarctica? That's it's a better, easier calculation,
How many feet per second does the sunlight travel in Antarctica?
No,
Shit. Oh, I know the answer.
keep in mind there's
So-
ice.
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
I don't know either.
Well, but the real answer, and my friend Adam told me about this. Basically, like, if you imagine, like, this bucket of marbles, okay, and the number of marbles in there is the same number of marbles that you would have if you went to a toy shop, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna imagine that you have one bottle of water, Okay, and so the number of pieces of water in that bottle, imagine that's how many marbles you have. Okay, pieces of water, right? H2Os. Fuck, build a little bit. But anyway, so think of all the H2Os, okay, in the bottle. Now that's how many marbles you have. So then what you're gonna do is take your jar of marbles and pour it out on the earth, okay? Now that covers the whole earth for 10 miles.
What if you're in Antarctica?
The whole earth.
Whole Earth
Yeah. For
slide
10
because of
miles.
the ice?
Yeah, there's walruses to help care to keep it on surface.
God, I love Adam Conover.
Excuse me, what was that?
Adam Conover, he's great. I'm glad he told you this information.
How'd you know his last name?
I just, I don't. Sometimes you just know.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But okay, hold on. I wasn't finishing my story about the marbles. So
okay.
you take a marble and you put it in a jar, or did I already say that?
So you put the marbles in a jar, the big jar.
Yeah, but how many marbles are there?
582.
Well, no,
No.
because remember this? Imagine there's this glass of water, and then you take the number of pieces of water, and that's how many marbles you have.
Ah. I did the marble physics wrong.
Yeah, so there's so many pieces of water that when you pour out the jar of marbles, it covers the whole earth 10 miles deep. Like the whole surface of the earth is covered in marbles.
Do
And
they
so
even?
what?
Do,
So yeah, of course.
do they reach that hole in Russia? So it's the deepest
Yeah.
hole. You know, they dug a hole in Russia, and then it's gonna pour. What happens when it pours into the hole?
Well, the deepest hole is, maybe a mile or two deep. Like it's not that much. Imagine 10 miles. Like imagine 10 miles, dude.
What about a cave?
Is there a bush?
There might be a bush in the cave. Just one.
No, a bush at the entrance.
Oh, no.
And a sign. Oh, never mind. So yeah, the cave. This maybe it's only 9 miles with the caves, but what I was trying to get at was, if you imagine the Earth covered in 10 miles of marbles, and then you draw a straight line all the way around the Earth till you get back to where you started. Imagine that as the number one. Okay. Multiply that. Multiplication, right?
Yeah.
Multiply 1 times 7.5, and that's how many miles the light travels in 1 second.
Damn.
That's how many feet.
They need more sunscreen. They definitely need more. 7.5 times 1 acceleration particles.
That's got to be like 7.5. That's got to be like 7.5 times around the Earth.
Yeah. No wonder they're getting baked.
Yeah, they only have 7.5 SPF, dude.
Not good enough. Try increasing that to 8.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, 8's basically infinity, so.
And beyond, like Buzz Lightyear, you know, he's got good. He protects. He's got good sunscreen on.
But this is this is where that Woody the woodpecker really jumps the shark. Okay, so because you asked about the FPS in a second, which was 7.5 times, but you said Buzz Lightyear, and the amount that it travels in a light year is 6 trillion miles.
What about in feet or toes?
Yeah, we can't talk about that on the internet.
No. What about just the toenail?
What about it?
You know, how many toenails in a mile? Everyone wants to know.
Okay. So if James Franco sold 10 blankets at his haberdashery, then how many toenails are in a mile? Well, first you have to think about that he made that movie. What was it called? Um, he made 2 movies. One of the movies was about Korea and Chip Skylark. What is his name?
Um,
Uh, the
Kim
interview.
Jong
So he made,
Uno.
yeah, Connect Four. So then James Franco toenails. I think it's like 18.
18.
Yeah, that sounds right, right?
Yeah, that does sound right. Yeah, especially if it's a really big haberdashery. That's a good amount.
Yeah, can you explain the logic to me a little bit?
You know, I'm imagining if it's a haberdashery that's located in maybe in New York or maybe in South Korea. South Korea would be an okay location for a haberdashery. Um, you might be looking at maybe 2.5 miles worth of toenails, especially if you're trading, toenails and wiki feet ratings across countries.
Yeah, because of the
Five.
exchange rate, right?
That's five
5.
toenails.
Oh shit! So you disagree with me?
I mean, once I thought about the haberdasheries of New York and of maybe 8 in New York, but 5 in South Korea. 5.
Oh yeah, international exchange.
No. That's why I'm scared to travel to South Korea.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. You got to
I heard they have
lose
a
3.
really. Oh shit!
Plug them at the airport.
They pull the whole thing right off.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
But there's no price for a good education, so
Sometimes you have to
you have to.
have tofu. You can trade that too. That's
Oh.
I don't think people know that, but
But you have to eat it off of somebody's toe, which is the caveat.
yeah, yeah. To test quality. How else would you know it's good?
Yeah, the tofu. But then what you can do is, um, you can have caviar with it. Jason was instigating. Working on a new music project. I've got some music inspirations, and been listening to a few albums a lot.
What albums?
There's one by Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. His first rap album he put out was called Camp,
Oh,
and
I think I know that one. Yeah.
yeah, pretty hardcore rap album. but a little bit nerdy. Has a nerdy flair to it. Um, some really industrial beats with maximalist production that is minimally. It's a gritty finish to it, unpolished.
Are you sticking like are you like branching out like just to get a wide range, or are you kind of focusing in on one genre, like that genre kind of specifically?
It's not that genre specifically, but it's just kind of staying around the genre of the three projects. Um, so there's that one, and then there's one called Desire, comma I Want to Turn Into You by this woman named Caroline Polachek,
I don't think
and
I know that one.
yeah, it's a good one. It starts with more like indie pop esque production with a lot of like more EDM sort of centric indie kind of production, and then it really turns. It takes a turn around halfway through and gets a lot more ethereal and spiritual in a way. And I like that project a lot because it's still pop. It's still pop centered, but it's also not. The content of the songs hardly is about. It's more introspective, and I like that element.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. And then the last one is Shea Butter Baby by Ari Lennox. And have you heard of Ari Lennox before?
I have. I don't think I know. I don't think I know that album though.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Ari Lennox is an artist, mainly an R&B artist. I always think of Tiana Taylor for some reason, as a comparison, but I don't know why. Um, but Ari Lennox, Shea Butter Baby, it's definitely an R&B uh, project with uh, modern production. So it's still like R&B songs, and it has like a live music feel, but it's still like super crisp, like the modern production of like rap music, let's say. And it also has like this incredible personal feel to it, where like all of the interludes are like mm, kind of wacky and strange, so that like you get this sense that like this person is actually being vulnerable because they're saying weird things about garbanzo beans and stuff, like they can't be taking it too seriously if an interlude is about like cooking garbanzo beans.
I
But
mean,
it's
it
I
could
mean it's
be.
yeah, but it's just done in a fun, playful mood, um, and yeah, a lot of sort of like trumpets and horns kind of things on there, and then also like some sick drum beats and like a lot of um it plays on that thing where like when people get like a BBL and kind of like there's like this sexual aura to like the music.
Yeah, I think I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean R&B is kind of like that. But so it's partially like that, and then it's also kind of just like this coming of age kind of story talking about how she loves her new apartment and she can walk around naked, and like if she spills something, like she's not gonna fucking clean it up, because it's her apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can cook like garbanzo beans without anyone getting mad, getting upset.
Yeah, you can just cook garbanzo beans.
I want to know if that's possible to make a song about cooking garbanzo beans that is serious and people like take it seriously, cuz I feel like no matter what you do, it's going to be a silly song. It's going to be lighthearted. There's no way to like make the cooking of the garbanzo beans feel like a serious event.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a funny name. Like if you were to make like pinto beans, maybe you'd get away with that.
Maybe it would be a tragic story, some tragic like pinto bean fire. Even that you can't. You just
Well, can you cook any bean without it becoming a problem?
that's a good question. I don't know. I I feel like that would be really just like tragic if something tragic happens while someone's cooking like some kind of a bean. Um, I don't think how is anyone ever gonna take that seriously? Imagine someone burns down their house while cooking beans.
Hello, police. I have made a mistake and overcooked my beans. Can you help me?
No.
They were green beans.
Oh, okay. We'll be over in a second. It's fine.
It's an alien police department.
I'm curious why you got green beans, right?
Yeah.
That is not similar to any other bean.
I
It's
don't
not
know
a
where
bean.
beans come from.
I think we should just call it green.
Yeah, some greens.
Yeah, some of that green.
There are little things in the green beans though, you know?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they do have the little seedy things. But why do we eat the outside
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
See,
Well,
what's going on here?
it's called phylum and it's called classification and it's called you can't draw boundaries on beans.
But maybe they made a mistake. Like, if the inside is the bean part of the bean, the green bean, what's the outside part?
The green bean.
The green bean. Is that the green of the bean?
It's so like the whole thing's called the green bean and then inside is the green bean. Did you get that?
I think I know what you're getting at.
So if you have the outside is the green bean, but if you go inside is the green bean.
Green beans. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do this impression now, and you try to guess who it is.
Okay.
So every day, I I wake up and my wife gives me $2.56. That's 2 quarters and 1 dime and 1 penny. And I go to the McDonald's and I go to the drive-thru and I get an egg sandwich. So it's really good for breakfast.
That's the homeless man that lives outside of my house.
Wow, he has a wife. Good for him.
Yeah, he does. His name is Jim.
Mm. Well, Jim must be doing great. He has a car if he went to the drive-thru, so
No, he bikes.
oh,
Bikes.
Jim. How'd you learn his name?
He well, we're kind of like friends now, you know. I've walked past him a few times and he's tried to stab me, but we're good now. It's fine.
Yeah. Stabbing is not cool.
It's not. Now he just offers me crack, so it's a better situation.
Mm. Crack is just like cocaine, but it costs less and will put you in prison for longer.
Yeah, but I was talking about he just runs a brothel.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not selling drugs.
well, you know, sex is a drug.
True. But
So is
he's it's just a
John
viewing, just crack.
Stamos. He was just viewing. You don't and do any. You just
Yeah,
look
you
at
don't
it.
do anything, no. Cuz that would be illegal, you know.
Is that was that like a street show?
Parade.
A parade.
Parade.
But you had to pay for it.
No, we're friends now, you know.
Oh,
It's not like sometimes it's not even you know, it's everyone has to see it. It's a parade, you know, it's they march through the street. It's crack parade. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It just
sorry.
Oh no.
I was thinking of something funny I said earlier. Again.
Your camera's gone.
Yeah. 1 second.
All right, all right. There's nobody in chat. I can't even see. I can't even see the viewers. If there what are any, I only can see chat, and there's no one.
What did Chet say?
Oh, there's no one in chat.
Oh.
I just was wondering if I can see like, so if we had like a viewer and no they weren't chatting, I wouldn't know because I just can't see.
I thought you were talking about our viewer named Chet from Russia.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. It doesn't come around anymore.
Well, Russia, man. I was looking at the NYCP clips. It's just always funny to see the Russian flag behind my head.
It's really good there's a date on those, that there's a, you know,
Yeah.
there's a
I mean,
year.
there's so yeah, because had it been 40 years earlier, it would have been a problem, and if it had been 2 years later, it would have been a problem.
Yeah.
But we were right. We were right in the sweet spot of of U.S. and Russia relations.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, who knows, maybe they might start bringing out the McCarthy trials again. That's it.
Who's that?
It's over.
Who's that? Who's that?
That's Kevin McCarthy. They're putting him on trial for being a communist.
Hey, whatever you got to do.
Yep, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know.
So do you get that when I say that I was laughing about something I said earlier, do you get it?
About like garbanzo beans?
Well, because I hate to do this, but so when we laugh, because one of us says something, but then it's like a good laugh, and then I'm like, yeah, this was a long enough of a diversion from the topic that I can now like have a comment on the laugh. Then I decide I'm gonna make it funnier if I say that I was laughing for a different reason than you. And so I just said that I was laughing at something that I said earlier or that I was thinking of earlier. So
I was too. I thought of something in my head. I was just thinking.
What were you thinking?
I was just thinking about beans and stuff.
Oh shit!
I had a good bean joke.
What is it?
I just forgot it. Can't remember anymore.
Yeah, I guess you had one.
I had one.
Man, this this interesting episode.
It is an interesting episode. It is. I like the variance in the different episodes. I feel like the past three episodes have each consistently had a different vibe to them.
Yeah.
Consistently different.
Yeah. Man, I mean, if I'm being honest, I feel like based on how my day was going, I didn't think a lot. I used all my thinking muscles today, and the bandwidth for like long-term bit accumulation was a little bit lower today. I don't know what your take was.
I feel the same way. I also kind of had like a strange like I didn't get too much sleep last night. I kind of woke up a little bit in like a like it was cold too. I don't know how to like even describe it, but like the temperature just dropped last night, and like it was really cold. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, I gotta turn on the heat. This is crazy. And so I did, and then I couldn't sleep for a while, and then I woke up and I wrong side of the bed.
Mm.
I was on the
Yeah,
floor,
shit.
completely missed wrong side.
Was do you at least have carpet in there?
There's some carpet, so I
Okay.
mean it's not the worst. It's like a little closer to the bed than the hardwood.
Yeah. I had an interesting night of sleep last night too.
Not did you get good hours at least, or no good hours?
I went to bed early and then I woke up at like 4 o'clock and then I was like, damn dude, it's time to get up.
Damn, so you got an early schedule. That sucks. I mean, I thought it was bad for me. I had to get up a little bit early too. It was like it's 8:30 a.m. But that's four. It's bad.
I didn't get up then. I like my alarm was set for like 6:45, but I just was like, oh, I'm almost in this place where there's traffic going by my window. It's like it's downhill. It's a 25-mile-an-hour road, but sometimes people go 40 on it, and it's gotten to the point where like the fast car is almost soothing now.
Hmm.
You know, because it's just I've been used to like sleeping in it. So like a really fast car went through and I was like on my way out of sleep, but then it put me back down into sleep because the cars were going by. And then there was like this like convergence of like usually I'm like on my way up to wake up, right? Because there's these cycles. But then the thing hit me down. And then so then like 30 minutes later is when I actually woke up. And then it's just like, whoa, dude, what the fuck is happening? You know? Because
Yeah,
sometimes when the cycles and fuck.
messed up your regular schedule. The regular.
Yeah, so I got up at 4 in the morning and then I freaking made music in the morning and then I freaking biked for an hour and a half before I went to school
Damn.
in the dark.
Yeah. What did you you must have had to do like a headlamp kind of situation then, huh?
Well, I mean the dark I use loosely. Like the sun was rising. Um so still some sort of lights.
Moderate light.
Yeah. Yep, and what I did in here was I I took out my couch and my
Oh,
chair
yeah. Didn't like the
and
couch?
my table is gone too. So there ain't no lounging around and doing nothing over here. Like I was like just laying on the couch and like just going on Instagram and I was like, dude, that's not what the couch is for.
Wait, do you still have it, or did you like? Was this like a moment of like, that's it, no more couch?
Well, so I got the couch because I wanted like a futon for people like when they come to stay here. And then once I got the couch, then the space didn't make sense without another side chair, which I don't even sit in because it's not comfortable. And I'm only having people over here like once or twice a month, right? So what I did was I so first of all, my wall is all of this pattern, right? All over. But what I did is I had one more bed sheet left over, and so it's blending in. You might not even be able to see, but do you see that like sticking out part?
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah.
The couch, the same couch you have is the one I had, right? So I leaned it up against the wall in its futon form, so it's really flat, and it's up against the wall right now,
Okay.
behind that bed sheet, so it's blending in with the wall.
So that's you only keep it then for the guests if guests come over, and then other than that you keep it up against the wall. I like that. I like that. You know, I didn't really think about that much either. I have the same couch as you.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
I have like a beanbag next to it, but yeah, I didn't think about that. It is like it is always a temptation, you know. I'm usually at like I think because I use this like desk. Oh, we talked about this before, but I use it for entertainment as well. I often just find myself like everything is here. I don't watch TV that much. So if I'm on my phone, I'm on my phone in this chair. Like this is my I didn't really
Oh
notice
shit.
it, but this is kind of my everything chair. And I don't even really use the couch unless people come over.
Yeah.
But maybe I didn't think about it. This chair is like I was gonna do something funny where I like threw it out of frame, but I actually can't. I actually
There's not
can't.
enough space.
Yeah, there's not enough space. I'm tucked in a corner, so I can't. And then there was wires, and I didn't want the mic to tip over. I was gonna throw it off to like.
Dude, I wish I could see how many cables were coming out the back of your computers and stuff, and just like all the stuff you can see just right when you walk in the front door. I just want to
It's bad.
see that. I just want to see that.
You should sometime. Yeah, it's looking like a mess back there. I
Oh,
have like
when do you get out of school?
oh, it's soon. So I have Thanksgiving break is approaching. Actually, I have tomorrow off. So I get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. Thanksgiving. And then I've got until I think the first week of December, and then I'm off for winter break. So I have 1 week or two, and then I'm off.
Nice. Cuz I fly home on the 11th.
Okay, nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think our breaks are about the same time then.
Yeah.
We should
But I
do an
was wondering.
in-person podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, we can make that happen. Um we'll have to use yeah, we'll have to use your camera too. So can you make sure to bring it?
Yeah, yeah.
Cuz my one other camera isn't working right now. Yeah. And I'll just bring my mic recorder thing, and we'll need a headphone splitters. But yeah, we'll do that.
Awesome. Okay.
Uh
I've got headphone splitters. I can bring my mic if we need it.
mhm. Yeah. And we'll see if anybody else wants to do it.
Yeah, yeah. We should get maybe Christoph and Max in on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Um yeah.
Should we end the show here?
Sure.
All right. That's it for the Hot Dogs radio show, everybody. We'll see you
Woof.
in the next one. Okay. I think we've ended. We're good.
Nice.